thing real quick. Hold on. Okay. I need to do this real quick. Alrighty. Let me see something. Go here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Do something real quick. Let's see here. Boom. Like that. Then like that. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that worked. Cool. So, I put a song out earlier today, and I enjoy writing all of my songs, but this one in particular was a very methodical thing for me. It was almost therapeutic with this specific song right here. So go check it out. It's on my page. If you go to my wall or just go to my videos, it's the first thing there. So check that out for me. I've had an eventful week. I've been busy this week. I've gotten a lot of stuff that I needed to get done this week, and I'm happy about that. It's been really nice. I've been more productive this week than I have in a lot of weeks. So I know a lot of you will probably see this on the replay, so I'm just gonna frickin' tell you what's been up, and you guys can watch this later if you're not here for the live. But those of you that happen to catch it, say hi, ask me questions and whatnot. Like I said, I've just had a really productive week. I've been grinding on a lot of different things, and I've been writing songs and stuff, so that's what I've been up to all week. I just decided to go live and talk for a little bit, and you guys can watch it later too, obviously, and see what's been up and everything. I'm gonna check this real quick. I've been rambling and meaning to check this over here and see if it's working. Right here. Let's just make sure. Gotta sit through this real quick. Boom. Okay, cool. Cool. It is working. I just wanted to make sure the audio and everything was working. But anybody that pops in here, just feel free to say hi. Feel free to ask questions. I'm an open book. I like to talk about things. I'm interested in a lot of different things. So we can talk about things if you leave comments and stuff. But I'm just here to hang out for a few because I don't have anything better to do right now tonight. So we just hanging out. I'm probably going to pop some tunes on in my headphones here and jam out to some stuff while I'm hanging out with you guys. Like I said, I've been working on some songs. I put one out earlier today. You guys can check that out later on after the live stream. Let's see, what do I want to listen to? I need to listen to some music here. What do I want to listen to? Right here. Ah, here we go. That'll work. Boom. This song. I like this song. I don't know how long it takes this thing to send out notifications to you guys either whenever I go live. I don't know if it sends them at all. half the time you guys tell me that you don't get told whenever I put new stuff out, even though you have notifications turned on, they still don't send them to you. So I don't know. Mm-mm. Yeah, this is a good one. Say what's up if you're just popping in. I'm just here to hang out for a few minutes because I don't have anything better to do. I got everything done this week that I needed to get done and more than that. So I just have some time to hang out for a few minutes. I decided, fuck it, let's go live and hang out and see if anybody pops in. I know it's really late or random times in different areas. I know you guys watch from all over the place, so it's a little bit hard to gauge exactly what time is perfect for everybody to be able to come hang out and stuff like that. But if you're popping in, say hi and everything. We can just talk about random shit. Like I said, I put out a song earlier, and now I'm just jamming to music and chilling. Random story, I got a free drink at the gas station earlier. I picked up lottery tickets and cigarettes, and I was waiting in line for a while, and the lady told me I could get a free drink. And I thought she meant like off the shelves, and I was like, no, that's okay. And she was like, you can get it from the fountain. And I was like, oh, bet I'll take you up on that. So I got some fucking free soda earlier. That was pretty cool. It was cool because I fucking accidentally dropped mine and spilled the whole thing last night when I had one, and I was not happy about that. So I got a free one today, right? It's funny how those things work out in the universe, right? Said here, have a free one. What do we got here? Boom. Not this. I want this one. What time is it here? Okay. Yeah. It's really late in the States, so I don't know how many people will be watching from there. But it's getting close to the time in other places where it might align with y'all's schedules. Like I said, I'm just gonna start trying random times and seeing which one aligns with when y'all have free time, because that's the only way I could do it. Because we just have all over the place different fucking time zones that people watch from. So I just need to start going live at random times so that it aligns with everybody, right? It's hard to do that because I'm like fucking doing things and handling shit that I need to handle in life all the time. So I don't always have time to randomly just go live. I wish I did, but I don't. Heidi, what's up? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing really good. I got everything I needed done and more this week, and I put a song out today, and it's looking good for the next week too. I got a lot of stuff planned for videos and stuff like that, and it's always unpredictable what people are going to put out too, so we might get some of that as well. Surprise stuff, you know. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better as well, Heidi, that you're finding some relief with the things that you've been dealing with. I was happy to read about that in the comments the other day. Heidi, thanks so much. You listened to the song during your lunch break. I look for you should leave a comment when you have some time. I'll wait to hear your thoughts on it until you give me your comment. I always love reading your comments. I'm glad you got to listen to it already, though. Yeah, it's that's one that it's got layers to it. It's like straightforward, but it has layers when you peel it back a bit. So yeah, you'll definitely have to take it in a little bit. I was really like feeling it deep in my soul when I was recording that one specifically. I felt like super passionate about everything I had to say, specifically the second half of it. I was really passionate and I was definitely feeling it a lot when I was recording that part. Let's see. What song? Oh, this is a good one. Boom. Heidi asked, are you referring to stuff that happened in the church? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will take up for him always because he's taken up for me and he's been true to me and he's supported me and encouraged me and been a blessing. And I'll always take up for him. I don't care what nobody thinks. I'm glad you caught that on the first listen. I tried to make it pretty obvious. Heidi, if you want to see it all, if you scroll through the community posts on my page, I shared like a bunch of compilation videos of Up Church talking and stuff that kind of show a bunch of the stuff that's happened over the last like 2 or 3 months. You'd have to scroll back about like 2 or 3 months to catch all of it. When you have some time, you can go catch all the info there. I shared it all. Yep, you're welcome, Heidi. It's a lot to take in, so be prepared. Yeah, it's like that in the industry, Heidi. Spell, what's up, Spell? Doing really good. I'm sorry you can't stay, but I'm glad you popped in to say hi. Thanks for all the awesome requests. I hope that you're doing awesome. I appreciate you. Love and blessings to you always. You're the best. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. Got a good playlist going over here tonight. The mix is nice. Variety. Spell says, glad you both enjoyed the requests. They're all songs you love, so you throw them in and hope we like them too. I love them, Spell. Seriously, you outdo yourself sometimes. I'm just like, wow. The level of emotion in some of the stuff that you send when you break it down is intense. Like, it can just throw me on a tangent, and I love it. Top 5 in my playlist currently. Okay. The 5 songs that I listen to the most currently. Currently, I listen to Black Denim by Upchurch and Hosher a lot. I've been listening to Grandfather's Ring by Bones a lot. I've been listening to Now and at the Hour of Our Death by Suicide Boys and Bones a lot. And Doing Even More Rapping has been a lot of repeat. And then, what else is in this playlist that I listen to freaking over and over again all the time? I've been listening to the song Legend by Upchurch a lot lately. That one's been on repeat as well. There's a lot of stuff in my playlist. There's a lot of variety, a lot of different underground artists and shit. It's so random. It's just so random. And always a lot of Dylan Ponders because I just love the way he raps and he puts a new freaking song out like every day half the time it seems this year. So I think he's doing this freestyle challenge thing where he's putting a song out every day. So I check his stuff out a lot too. He's got some cool bars when it comes to his songs. Spell says you like to ask because you found some great artists from me myself. Yeah, I got an eclectic taste. You'd be surprised at some of the stuff I listen to. I like to give it variety. King Diamond for metal music. I've been listening to King Diamond lately. He was in Merciful Fate before he did the King Diamond stuff. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff lately. I like metal a lot too. Yeah, it's best to keep it that way. It keeps the music interesting. You never get bored of what you're listening to if you listen to so many different things. And of course, I love the old stuff like the old classic rock hits and shit like that. I cycle through playlists of those some days. I'll have a whole classic rock day all freaking day, some days of the week. It just depends on the day. I've been listening to a lot of hip hop today. Today's been a hip hop kind of day for listening wise. I've been listening to a lot of hip hop. I hope that home sale goes all right for you, Heidi. I know how stressful that kind of stuff can be, so I hope that all goes good for you. Calvin, what's up, man? Thanks for supporting. I really appreciate you, man. I've seen you around. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. You're welcome, Heidi. That's a cigarette here. Yeah. I've moved a lot of times, and I know how stressful that could be, Heidi. I just moved like a month ago, as you guys can see. The entire setting of everything that I do has changed. Even the way I approach my content and stuff like that is a lot more like, it's more like free and like fun for me now. That's the best way to put it. It's easier to do with my new situation, but throughout my life, I've moved over state lines many, many times to different states, different houses. I can't even remember how many different houses I've lived in. It's so many. But it's been a blessing every time I've had one over my head, and I'm grateful for all the people that I've stayed with that have allowed me to share the space with them. So there's that, right? What's up, Michelle? I appreciate you popping in. I'm glad that you made it here. I know you said that you were hoping you would make it. I tried to time it to where you would be able to make it, so I guess I picked the right time. I'm glad that you're here. I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I've had a great week. I got more than I even needed to get done and got to put out a song today, so that's pretty sweet. Spell says, hate it when you smoke, makes me want one, and I haven't smoked for years. Listen, it's like the craziest habit to try to quit. I swear, I could kick everything. Like, I could even quit smoking the fucking green if I wanted to, like, at any point. It wouldn't even bug me. But when it comes to cigarettes, it's like a different kind of entity trying to quit those. So I understand what you mean, Spell. Every time I've ever tried to quit smoking cigarettes, Spell, I gave up on it because my singing voice didn't sound the right way to me anymore. What time is it currently for me? It's like nearly 2 in the morning. It's late here, but I'm a night person. I always get stuff done at night. Michelle says, bless you, trying a vape pen and it's horrid. I don't like the nicotine vape pens. I only like vape pens if they're like the THC kind, to be honest. Spell says that's funny. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, damn this, I need to smoke a cigarette to sing. Yep, that's life for you, right? Heidi says almost 4 p.m. Calvin, 150. We're in the same time zone, Calvin. That's exactly what time it is. Michelle says a cigarette has a start and a finish, but the vape, you keep puffing forever. Yeah, that's the problem. It's more addictive because it's just like, and it's so convenient that you could literally hit it at a grocery store and most people would never notice, right? Not that you should do that, but like I've literally seen people do it and nobody bats an eye. It's crazy, right? At the gas station, the attendants will let you test the vapes out right there just to make sure they work before you leave. They'll be like, make sure that works before you leave. Yeah, you gotta have the coffee too. I've cut back on coffee because I drank so much that it stopped affecting me. I was drinking like 2.5 or 3 pots a day. So now I only drink like 3 or 4 pots a week. I cut back so that it does what it's supposed to when I drink it. Because it stopped doing what it was supposed to. I was just drinking fucking coffee all day. Heidi said in Australia, the young kids get their hands on the vapes and go nuts. They do that here in the States too. It's a fucking epidemic. I see every teenager in the world fucking puffing on vapes everywhere I go. It's crazy work. I can't talk though. I was running around the streets with all of my heathen friends chain smoking cigarettes in front of the 7-Eleven after middle school, getting the gas station attendants to sling us cigarettes because we knew them. So there's that, right? I can't talk much. Spell said, any word on the White Stripes copyright? No. It said it could take 30 days to hear back from them, so it's been like 4 or 5 now, so It could be fucking 3 more weeks for all I know, but they said it would be no more than 30 days before they let me know if it gets approved or not. And I also, the Hootie and the Blowfish one is the other one I'm trying to get cleared, so we'll see about both of those. They said it would take up to 30 days. Hopefully they clear them. That would be awesome. They were great videos. I was upset when they got blocked. It could be 7 if you make a full appeal, but then if they deny it, it counts as a strike on your channel. So I wasn't about to try all that. If you wait the 30 days, they just deny it and it's whatever. Have an awesome night, Spell. I appreciate you. Take care and be safe. Yeah, I definitely don't want to risk a strike. It's not worth it. So I just figured we would wait longer to see if they would approve them or not. But have a great night, Spell. I appreciate you. Love you. Give me 1 sec. I'll be back in like 5 seconds. Can we ask you questions? Of course you can ask me questions. You can always ask me questions. That's exactly why I went live. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. I'm just going to step outside of the door real quick. All right, I'm back. I told you I wouldn't be long. Marlboro cigs are $5 a pack here in Austria, having a good holiday. 18 in the UK. Holy crap. Marlboros are like $10 where I am. Almost $10 after tax. It's ridiculous. I just smoke the cheap ones because I'll get the good ones occasionally and really enjoy them. That's what I like to do. Whenever I fucking smoke the good ones, I really enjoy it. Do I write lyrics every day? In my head, yeah. I don't always put them down to like paper or type them out, but I'll like play beats and shit and come up with ideas in my head, and then I'll cycle off of them once I decide to actually write the full song. A lot of the time I'll freestyle shit, and then I'll have a couple bars that I really liked inside of the freestyle that I'll format the rest of a song around. That's a lot of the writing style I use too. I'll freestyle and then I'll say some stuff that's like super relevant to what I want to say, and I'll take those couple lines and put those down and work everything else around that also. That's another way I like to write too. Can only afford rolling tobacco in the UK. That's what I used to do. I used to roll them, but now I just don't feel like rolling them every single day, so I buy them instead. I used to roll them like crazy. We built a music studio down in my buddy's garage whenever we were staying with him, and a bunch of us were like messing around and recording music and just kind of trying to find our footing and stuff, and we were all working together on it, trying to help each other out, teach each other stuff we knew and shit. And everyone would always come over, and I would be rolling everyone's cigarettes just because they were there. And people would be like, "Hey, can you roll me a cigarette?" I was like the fucking cigarette rolling guy in the studio, a little makeshift studio we had down in the garage. Those were the funny days right there. We had some wild times, great times down there in the garage. There's some pictures of it up on one of the posts I made. It was one of the alcohol celebration posts. I think the 29 months one, there's some pictures of the studio and stuff that we had built. A couple pictures that I had in that post. Those were some great times. We were wild back then. Those were the wild days. I hadn't gotten sober yet back then. Heidi said that's interesting. Yeah, everybody has their own methods with writing. I always love hearing people's methods because it's always different for every person. I've noticed a lot of people have their own methods, and I like that. Let's see this. Yeah, Calvin. I see Calvin around on a lot of posts when it comes to Upchurch. Calvin's always hanging out. This. Yes, Creek Squad. Fuck all the haters. If I'm writing manual lyrics, do I ever listen to music in the background, or does it have to be quiet? Usually it's always whatever beat I'm gonna decide to use, or I'll be playing the guitar if I wrote a guitar riff that I want to write something for. But yeah, I'll always have the music of whatever I'm trying to write along to playing. I do write stuff, like I'll have the beat stuck in my head from listening to it so many times, and then I'll just go on like a crazy spree without listening to the beat, and then make it work on the beat later. I like to write like that sometimes too. I might have to like move some syllables around when I do it like that to make it fit more smoothly, but generally I have a good enough grasp on the beat already where it just fits, because I've been writing music for so long that it's like percussion to me. Like writing lyrics is like percussion to me, because I started out playing drums, and now like all of the lyric writing is like marching band snare lines to me. I like follow that kind of beat. I follow the bass a lot too. I like to follow the bass a lot, especially if there's a bass heavy track with a lot of like 808s, or just like a actual bass line inside of the back of it. I follow the bass line a lot too. Let's see. Ooh, I like this song. But yeah, I also like to just experiment with different styles of music and stuff too, and see what I can come up with on stuff I've never tried to work with before as well. I don't like to box myself in. I like to experiment with different genres and stuff too. Michelle says, I want you to hunt out more old photos and tell us accompanying stories because my storytelling is fire. You like my voice is laid back and easy to listen to. Thanks. I appreciate that. I get told that a lot in person, actually. People tell me that in person, that I'm just really like soft spoken and quiet a lot of the time. But yeah, I can definitely dig up old photos and tell you stories about them. I got plenty of those. I could even have like family probably has pictures that I don't even have that have great stories accompanying them. So I'll work on that. That's a great idea, Michelle. I like doing little stuff like that for you guys. I like when you request stuff like that. Yeah, I'll get on that, Michelle. I'll work on that. Great idea. Thank you for that idea. Calvin says that's what you respect the most. You're a huge Church fan because he ain't afraid to try new shit. That's my favorite thing about him. The whole time I've been watching him, I think it was 2019 when I first started listening to Church, and someone had requested a reaction of 0 to 100 remix back then, and I was just baffled, and I was like, who is this guy? And I dove into his catalog and I was like, holy crap, I can't figure out what genre he is. And that's what I just really started paying attention, and now I'm like in on everything and fully understand his operation, and I respect the fuck out of him for it. I think it's great that he doesn't box himself in, and he stands up against people that try to box him in. I respect the hell out of Church for that. Find baby pics, it will be hilarious. The baby pics are wild. I was a wild kid. I was like, I by the time it was crazy. I had a hell of a vocabulary, and I just picked up on artsy things really easily. Like there's a old family video when I was 5 years old. I was reciting the entire scene of the Titanic where that dude at the beginning describes to the old lady where how the ship fucking broke apart and everything. I could recite that, and I did it on Christmas morning when I was like 5. I've always been artsy as fuck and like obsessed with shit. I would learn how to recite movies and stuff when I was a kid because I wanted to fucking learn how to be in movies and shit. I loved that kind of stuff. And now I can't stand Hollywood. It's kind of ironic. It's kind of fucking ironic, right? Speaking of beats, you've noticed on a lot of my songs that the producer's tag often ties in with the title or narrative. Surely that's not a coincidence. No, it's not. I'll literally search out producers that have the exact name of what would be ironic. Actually, you're not incorrect. It's funny as fuck that you noticed that. I do little shit like that. I'm very, very layered when it comes to my art. Even the name of production and the name of the songs ties into shit from years ago. Like shit that people from years ago would notice and be like, have a head tilt moment. Yeah, you're right, Heidi. You're very right. Calvin says Hollywood going downhill. Yeah, fucking way downhill. And the thing is, there's like still some good people in Hollywood that are kind of voicing their opinions on it, but it's like they're highly endangered for it. And you have to respect them for still standing up against it. People like Jim Carrey is a great example. And it's funny that he was in movies like The Truman Show and shit, and that he has the voice that he does now when it comes to Hollywood and stuff. Yeah. It's ironic how things turn out, like when the timeline finally starts to fucking unfold on everything that's been going on behind the veil of it, of Hollywood and everything. Crazy. Heidi says they ruin it for the bad apples. Yeah, they do. And they just want to keep people dumb. They don't want people like realizing that they could be more. They just want them like watching all of this stuff that they do and taking their energy and never applying their self to anything because they're just consuming. And in turn, they can consume their energy and use it for power. That's the scheme. It's a wild scheme. It verges on conspiracy, but it's not. If you really pay attention, it's right in front of your face. Crazy. It's crazy work. I uncover a lot of that stuff in my songs. You just have to peel the layers of the crazy shit that I'm saying back because it sounds crazy on the surface level of the raps and the lyrics of the songs. But when you pull it back and look at what's really being said, you'll figure out exactly what I'm actually talking about in all of the songs. How long we've been here for? 46 minutes now. I'll hang out for about an hour. I'll hang out for like 15 more minutes or so. Like 15 more minutes I'll hang out. Sometimes there's so many layers, it's a struggle to work it out. Yeah, I think about that when I'm writing it. Sometimes I'm like, is anybody even gonna figure out what the fuck I'm actually saying with all of this? But then you deep dive into it eventually and you got lost for a minute. But we're back now. I appreciate those reviews and stuff that you leave, Heidi. It really means the world to me, the way that you deep dive into the lyrics. You catch shit that surprises me sometimes. I'm like, wow, she actually grabbed a hold of that and found it. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Said you can tell from my lyricism that I read a lot. Yeah, especially when I was younger. I would read anything and everything, not even if it was something I was trying to believe in, just to like see what everyone else in the world might believe in. Because there's like things in the world that people can believe in that they can try to use against you if you don't educate yourself on it, like the spiritual warfare stuff and that kind of shit. So I even did deep dives into that realm of shit, not even because I wanted to fuck with it, because I wanted to know what the fuck other people in the world were up to. You know? You gotta fucking educate yourself, man. And in my younger years, I wasn't scared to look into anything, so I know a lot about very many things in the world. I wasn't scared to look into rabbit holes and shit that people were scared to dive down, especially when I was in high school and stuff. I was big on listening to people that were speaking out on undercover projects and shit like that. So Calvin says, I've been good hanging around. I'm out. Hope you have a good night, Calvin. I appreciate you. Have a blessed night, man. Stay safe out there. And hey, soulmates, what's up, brother? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for jumping in here. I appreciate you jumping in. Boy, you get me off on tangents sometimes, y'all. You as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. This. Boom. We covered a lot of ground on this live, a lot more than I thought we were going to. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a good time for y'all because, like I said, everyone pops in at different times. Have I read Life of Galileo? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I feel like I would definitely remember that. That's really specific, right? I have been reading the fucking Laura the Unicorn, though. That fucking book that is in the background. I have been reading that. That's an interesting read right there. There's some interesting stuff in that book. Odell Shepherd is who that's by. And I love the reactions, know how to actually react and break things down, and you appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate it. I've gotten hate for it. People have told me to stop pausing and shut up. They're like, stop talking so much. You don't need to talk so much. So I appreciate that you actually like that part because I've been told to be quiet before. Not that that's going to make me be quiet. They think it will, but, you know, keyboard warriors. Yeah, haters make it the whole operation go around anyhow. Their motivation to prove something wrong, and they also help with the algorithm and shit like that too. So it's a win-win when it comes to haters, and they're entertaining. It's fun to laugh at the dumbness that they try to pull, right? Really, they don't know what they're talking about. No, they just can't have an intelligent conversation. That's the problem. They just don't want to take the time to listen to what somebody has to say about something. That's all. Impatience. That's what it is. I call it impatience. If you want to go listen to the song, just listen to it. Probably bots from Yadam and them as well. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't even be surprised if my page had those. Yeah, that would not surprise me. I've been very vocal about my support for church and how I don't appreciate what other people have done when it comes to up church. So I wouldn't be surprised. Michelle's going to go down for the breakfast buffet. Hey, enjoy the breakfast buffet. I love breakfast buffets. They're the best. So definitely get all of your nourishment in for the morning, for your day. I hope that you have a great, blessed day. Stay safe out there. Enjoy Austria. I'm glad that you're seeing the world. I'm glad that you're out there doing your thing. So have a blessed one, Michelle. I appreciate you supporting. I'm glad that I speak out for the real. Real always recognizes real. You know, that sounds cliche, but it's true. It is true. Like, they can put on whatever facade or act that they want. It's easy to spot how fake all of it is. You can see how real one side is being. They're just being genuine to themselves. And you can see that one side is mad that they no longer have that connection because they blew it. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, it's just envy and jealousy at the end of the day. More so envy. I wouldn't say jealousy because, like, I mean, let's be real. They don't have like shitty lives. They've made careers and a lot of fuck ton of money and shit like that. So they don't have that to be like jealous of and shit. But I think it's more so envy of like the viewpoint people have and the way that one side can be recognized so much as fake and the other side is just a bunch of people that are real to the shit that they stand on. I think that's the biggest dynamic difference that fuels all of it. No, no fucking fence sitting. It's either you're on the side of real or you're on the side of fake at this point. Unfortunately, it's like Church said on his Instagram the other day that there's even people he cares about that are over on those sides, and he's like, "What's wrong with your mind right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel the same way. I resonate the same way with it. Like some of these artists and stuff I really cared for over time, and now I'm like, what the fuck? It sucks. It sucks that it had to happen like that, but it is what it is, and that's what life does. So you're not gonna stop it." Family, friends, everyone will just want money. It's terrible what money. Yeah, I observed that too. It's like the money switch goes off in any direct. It doesn't even matter if you're an artist or like a famous public figure. You could win the lottery, and they'll talk about how you got 90 cousins that you never knew that all of a sudden are your best friend, and they're showing up to your door, sending you letters and shit. It's crazy what money does. Really is the root of all evil. That's why I do what I do on here, just to fucking hang out with you guys and have genuine connections and experiences. Because if you involve money and fucking make that the primary function of anything, it's going to become evil. It's just how it is. Yeah, people come out of the woodworks, exactly. Or if they even think that you might have money, if they observe you doing something that looks successful, even if you don't have the money, they'll start to treat you like you do, and you'll still notice that quality in them. And then you can catch it early if it happens to you like that. I've had that experience a little bit. Not that I'm anybody super fucking important, but I have had some accolades here and there over the last couple of years, and I've had that woodworks thing happen. And I'm like, really? You think I don't see it, but I do. But I know which people in my circle are real because they've had my back even when I was fucking everything up still, and they're still here. So, and y'all know who you are. Y'all have kept it a buck. So I know who people in my circle are that are good now. It took a while to figure it out, but I know now. Heidi says that's how you know they're real, when they stand by you in the good and the bad times. Exactly. And I got plenty of people that are like OGs since high school that stood on shit with me, even when I was fucking up, addicted to drugs, on alcohol and shit. They still could see and believed, and still do now. And we got each other's back, like tight as fuck, like day ones. And those guys know who they are. Those people know who they are. You said you never thought church would be the only one standing left in all this. Besides Hosier, you don't even know what happened to Beelus, if they're even a thing anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the switch up that you see the second that somebody sets boundaries and is like, hey, no, I'm not going to let it function like this around me. I prefer it to be like this because this is what's comfortable and feels safe to me. And then everybody just fucking explodes. Like they think it's not obvious, right? And then you see the whole plan unfolding for exactly what it was because it's just so obvious. What's up, Anthony? I hope you're doing well, man. And even over like small shit, like unanswered phone calls and stuff like that, it's like, y'all are all busy as fuck people. Like, if you were friends with Eminem, you'd probably expect to hear from him like once a year, maybe twice. And y'all are busy people as well. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, that's the best analogy I could think of for it, is the Eminem analogy, right? Like, it's like high school shit. Yeah, it's like, oh, you didn't answer my phone call, so that means that we're not friends anymore, or some shit. Like, oh no, you missed the fucking soccer game on Saturday. Whoops. You know? What the fuck? What time is it? I'm gonna stay for like. I'm gonna bring you this note now with a golden nugget. Oh my god. That's outrageous, right? That's outrageous. I know what you're talking about. That's funny as fuck. That's really funny that you said that. It's ridiculous. Heidi says I have to go. Thanks for the live. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Heidi, for all the support. You're great. You're one of my favorite people that's on the channel. So thank you for everything, Heidi. I appreciate you. You have a blessed one. Good luck with your moving. I hope that the move goes well. I know how tough that can be. So take care. Stay safe. Have a blessed one and good luck with moving. I appreciate you. I'm going to get off of here. We've gotten just over an hour. I said I would be here for about an hour, so we hit that hour mark. I'm gonna hop off of here. I appreciate you guys. You made this a fun one. We got to talk about everything exactly that I wanted to talk about on a live stream, so thanks for that. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. If y'all catch this on the replay and you made it to this point, you're fucking awesome. I can't believe you stayed this long, but you're awesome if you did. I love you guys. We out of here. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace. Oh.